Alright, timestamp. It is August 16th, 2026. Barely. It's like 1 a.m. I'm going to be going to bed here pretty soon. I did go back and take that nap and... Yeah. 4 hours, 5 hours sleep was definitely not enough. I did get a couple things done here and there, but yeah, nope. What a horrible idea. Working on finishing up that table. It's coming along pretty well. Doing the gloss coat. Just about there. Health check. I feel okay. I'm definitely I feel like I've got like a sinus infection more than anything. You know what I mean? I sound more nasal, more like, I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with me, although I'm sure a lot of people have opinions. Just gonna work on the little gloss coat while I'm here. But yeah, I got the mini fridge out of the living room. It's now in the master bedroom. Hicks was working on trying to create the space for me, as it were. So we can actually share a bedroom again. No, we're not getting it divorced. There's been no arguments or anything like that. Just with the glamping, it's a fun word, situation that we're in. I had already set up that little cave in the living room, and when she got here, she started working on the bedroom more boisterously than we had before, using all the SAT words tonight. Which I am prone to do. We're actually going to share a room again after 15 months. Exactly. So yeah, I've got the mini fridge. We don't need to take in the little TV table that I've got going on in the living room. She brought the big screen from George Station to here. So got that. The one I've got, I found it here. It's janky. Not an SAT word. This is actual pieces of electrical tape, I think, holding it together a little bit on the top, like it's going to separate. I haven't pulled the tape off because it seems like it's on there really good, and I don't want to know. I don't know if they got it that way, if my dad did dad things to it. I don't even know. What I know is it was functioning, still is functioning, which meant that I could watch DVDs and Blu-rays. It doesn't have the Roku capability that the TV that I was watching when I first got here had, which is why I'm not doing the Roku, Doctor Who, or Star Trek anymore. Sadness, but I've got discs, so, I get by. I always find a way. I think I see a spot that I did not get. Trying to make sure that I get a complete coat, That's Sammy noisily eating over here. Did some stuff in the garage. I worked on my library. I'll show you here in a sec. I'm pretty pleased. Mostly. Got some things that I'm not sure what I'm going to do with, about, etc. We'll figure it out. And then it's on to the lounge. I'm going to move the bowl over here. Can you stop cradling it like you're in a big house and somebody's going to take your biscuit. It's got fruit insecurities. Clearly. That's ASMR. Still need to look that up. Okay, I don't know. I mentioned this yesterday or the day before. Saw something about ASMR producers were about to get like defunded, demonetized, kicked off of YouTube. Curious what that's about. Because I honestly don't know. Or if it's just clickbait stuff. I don't know. And again, I said this the other day too. I wish the AI slop generators would get kicked off. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous and stupid. But yeah, I'll be working on the lounge next. I did change out the bulb to natural white. And I actually think it's better. The orange was like beyond unnatural. It didn't even give like a sunlight kind of look. And this is what I got going on. Stripped it down, put the walls up, just put in the bare bones. You can see where the table for the kid area is going to go. So, very fancy, I know, but it's going to evolve. Much like Disney, it's never actually finished. One thing that I've got going on, and I know what I want to do to make it work. See if I can. So had liquid on my hands. I wanted to dry my hands, make sure I was good. I'm going to be handling paper. So I remember these going to the library as a kid. The American Library Association posters. Remember those? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. And if you're not from the U.S., that's fine. We can still be friends. So the American Library Association, or it might be the American Librarians Association. I'm not sure, actually. I didn't expect a test. They have like motivational posters about reading. And they've had them up on library walls for years and years, and they sell the posters through their website too. You can actually get them for your own home. And I thought that would be a great thing to have as like framed artwork on the walls. But like, as an example, so they have images online. I copied the image, shrunk it down to what would be like poster size-ish. So that's Bette Midler, in case you can't tell from the image. Because you gotta have this guy, LeVar Burton, and there's hundreds of them. Patrick Stewart, musicians, actors, and there's even some like animated images from like children's books and whatnot. I thought that was pretty cool. Read Every Night or Knigget. Got some Henson action going on there. So I'm figuring like 2 for the wall with the kids and then 2 for the grown-up wall. What I want to do is I want to get, they make like a laminate sticky sheet that you can use to like cover IDs or important papers, whatnot. It actually like sticks, you know. I want to get one of those, and I may actually have some around here. not sure. Like from our supplies, not anything that my parents would have, because it probably wouldn't work. Probably be very old and not sticky anymore, or something ridiculous like that. But position these guys, probably only need a half a sheet. Position them on the face down on the sticky part, and then take like a construction paper piece and lay it over it, so that when you're looking at it from this side, it's going to be this with like construction paper behind it. Because at that point I can basically size it out, cut it, and they will have like a matte frame. And it won't be sticky, because all the sticky will be on paper. Like laminating my posters. Then I gotta figure out how to hang it on the wall. Hang it on the walls. And it's plural right there, sir. There's a Z on the end of that. So yeah, that's the next part of the library. That, making sure that I got this table set up so I can pop it up in that front left corner. And again, it's like a dollhouse. I'll change it around as we go. And then the floor below it, the lounge, got to figure that out. I mean, I know what I'm doing with it. And I've already done a fair amount of work on components of it and such. That's the booths that I was painting. They're in there. Got to see about, got like a karaoke stage. I got to see about that. And the bar and stuff. You know, it's a work in progress. I got this. And I got to do the walls too. I had some different wrapping papers set up, like picked out. But I think I'm actually going to, I've got some metallic silver wrapping paper. I think I'm going to use that for the walls of the lounge. Because it's already got so much color going on. There's like a vibrant pink, a vibrant orange, a deep blue. I'm thinking just maybe a reflective silver, just to, because it's kind of a neutral color in that respect. I don't want to go with like black or white or something like that. You know, it's a lounge. Silver's kind of neutral-ish, because there's already so much color going on. I do have a multicolor wrapping paper. I just gotta find it. It's in the box that I have separated with all the ones that Pix and I were like, ooh, I like that. My mom has had, still here, the wrapping paper anyway. Probably about 6 boxes of wrapping paper. Something like that. Something like that. And I think there's like 50 rolls per just assortment, not like all the same kind or anything. We've sold a couple of garage sales. We'll continue to put them out at garage sales because crafters and or people that do presents and whatnot, you know, sell them for like 50 cents a roll, which is cheaper than you're going to find anywhere. And my God, we've got them. But Pix and I went through what we had here, which there's a lot. Because my parents never have just one of something. No. If they have it, they have 40. Sorry, remembering and this is not at fun size, I had a kind of a boss type person at another job that I worked at 30 years ago. And she was from Massachusetts, but her accent was probably the most exaggerated Bostonian accent I think I've ever heard before in my life, like then and now. And I used to love when she'd pronounce the word 40. And there were a couple of us, we were just awful children. A few of us 20-somethings that worked there. we would go out of our way to try and get her to say 40. You know, we'd be like, okay, I've got 100 minus 60, what's that? Just because she was very smart too, and she would answer without even thinking about it, and we would snicker because 40 for her was, of course, fadi. And for some reason, it just made us laugh. I've always been 12. But yeah, my parents don't ever have one or two of something. They have 10, 40, 200. You know, that's why there's 80 totes of Beanie Babies. That's why there's 3 air fryers still in the box. 3 ice cream makers. It's like 6 or 7 blenders. I'm not kidding. Do I wish I were? Kinda, because it's ridiculous, but I'm not. But we picked out like a box of like probably 50 rolls. We were like, ooh, this is interesting. Ooh, this could work for this. You know, she picked out some that she's like, oh, this would work great for doing something for like Frankie Stein or something like that. You know, the right color combination. That's a Monster High thing, in case you weren't sure. And I know I picked out one that had colors really, 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 really similar to the colors I've already got going on in the lounge. I'm going to need to track that roll down. I know where the box is. I know where it is. I'm just being slightly lazy because it's going to require some work to get to it. Oh, hi, Sammy. I'm sorry, I didn't realize you were right under my stool. I should have known. How silly of me. So I've got, I could probably get in there. I'm not going to do it this second though. But yeah, I've got like boxes of laundry type stuff, and then there's the box there of the stuff that we had pulled because it looked interesting-ish. Trying to see if I can see the paper I'm referring to, and no, I cannot. I'm going to have to go digging in there because I need to hold it next to the silver, next to the set. I need to clear the set the way I did the library too, though. That way I can... Yep, Sammy, you're paying the butt. Yes, you are. But I need to clear the debris so I can get a better idea of what I have, what I need to modify still. And then I can set the walls and really get on the furniture part. Yeah. Got some cool stuff for it. But, like with the library, I had some really cool stuff for the library. And I actually had too much. So, it's a matter of, like, scale it back. There's not enough square footage to do that. Scale it back. But I need to figure out if I want to do the busier wallpaper that does match the furniture pieces or just like a flat silver. That still look really cool. Still would look really cool. I don't know. But I have the foam board already cut and everything, so that's cool. It's just a matter of wrapping it like a present. The bright side of the silver is I don't have to worry about trying to make sure that it's perfectly straight, because otherwise the image on the wall is going to be like or because with the library I was being very careful about making sure I kept it level, because there are like line images on there that could, you know, be askew. Not a Virgo, but, you know, Capricorns do worry about details too. But if I were a Virgo and I did the wallpaper stuff like 2 days ago, I'd still be doing it. I have a couple of very good Virgo friends that if they see this, they're going to be like, you are right. Because I would have had to break out a right angle and a level just to make sure, and I'd redo it if need be, and oh, damn it, he's got me. I know. I know. But I pretty much was able to eyeball it, and it looks pretty good. You're not even my dog, you know that, right? And I think you're making my dog feel like he's being replaced or something. Which, Acorn, you were not being replaced. That's pretty straight. Right? Meh. Went too far. I had to use, not like, I had to use, but the Sisterhood of Plenitude. It's the cat nun looking character back there. It's from Doctor Who, and they are cat nun nurses in a couple of episodes. Just too fun a possibility to be like volunteer librarian kind of thing. I love them. They're great. They look amazing on the screen, and they did a great job with the action figures. They put that, they put out 2 different figures. There's one in a black habit, right? And one in a white habit. And that was just kind of the one that I had that I found the quickest. I was like, you're my librarian. They're just too cool. And yes, they have claws. The figures really don't, but yeah. But yeah, the Reed posters, get those up on the wall, and it'll help with the illusion that it is an actual physical place too. If I can get, artwork hanging on the walls and stuff like that. But yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing wall-wise with the lounge. That'll be something that I'll casually do. We got mom call in a few hours. I need to go to bed. Strip out the lounge and put some of the furniture like in the middle. Kind of put the 2 rolls of wrapping paper in the general area, kind of that whole, it's like getting an eye exam. Better 1, better 2. Better 2, better 3. Better 1, better 3. Figure out which one I want to go with. And I could even split it and do like silver behind the bar and behind the karaoke stage, and then the multicolor over the booths. Or behind the booths. I may do that. It's another option. See, and I'm glad you're here because I'm talking this out with you, and I appreciate it. You had a burning desire to run down the hallway and then come back again? I'm a dog person, but sometimes they confuse me too. I don't know what you're doing, mutton chops. So, I'm going to keep it relatively short because I'm tired. My back is annoyed with me too. Because I did stuff. Okay. I apologize to anyone with headphones. Tannhauser, he walked near you. He walked near you, okay? People are going to do that. You're being sensitive. No, I'm not. I've been told that you're paranoid. Who said that? Yeah, making fun of you. Because what the hell was that? So, Sammy walked near Tanner, like 6 inches away from. And apparently there's a law on the books which requires that anyone in the vicinity gets their eardrums ruptured. I apologize for that. Seriously, that my left ear is still like, what was that? Yeah, you, jackass. There's no reason for that. So, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. My table's just about there, really. Looks pretty good. Ooh, oh. And also, I can be a doctor. Way too many improv games. Yeah, we're looking pretty good. Probably let it go overnight and then double check it in the morning. And if I've got anything that I deem as a problem, I can go over it. Right? I don't need to use my hands to be on the speakerphone with my mother-in-law. Yeah, I see a couple of problem areas. I can fix that. So, I'm gonna go get some sleep. If you don't know the routine right now, sing along with me. So, hug your parents, hug your kids, work your list, do your one brick, but don't forget to sit down and enjoy some coffee. Every now and then, you know, or tea. Yeah, we're in good spirits, but it's still a roller coaster, so we're doing Tweety. And this is Harry and David Milk Chocolate Caramel. And it is just fine. Anyway. So yeah, take 30 minutes out of your day and sit down and enjoy some coffee. I am thinking about you, Fun Size. Make it a great day.